Hello and welcome everyone to another episode. Yes, so some of you might be wondering what this community build thing is all about and what all this constant talk of the community build that I've kind of been mentioning here and there in a few episodes, and yeah, finally the torch has been passed to me, and I've been asked to add on a piece to a space station in this game. So let me kind of give you a brief idea of what this community build is about, what it is that we're trying to do, and who has set it up, and everything else. So in this community build, kind of what the main goal is, as far as I know, is kind of a basic setting up throughout the Kerbal solar system and everything else, basically to populate the entire solar system, to go everywhere as far as I know. Now, the other good question that I think I should answer for some of you guys is, can you be involved? Yes. As far as I know, at least at the current moment, most of the people that have been involved with this are not players like me and, YouTubers like me, where I upload a video on a constant basis and always have some kind of new content going on and stuff like that, and just about anybody can add on to it. So, the person who set this all up, and we should all at least thank him for doing this, because it is an amazing project, and if it were somebody like me setting it up, I really don't think I would have the patience to deal with all these kinds of things, and deal with all the people and all that other stuff, is Naughty Games. Now, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, because we had a little bit of a conversation about that. It was amazing, but yeah, Naughty Games has set up and basically done everything as far as, making sure that people set up their crafts, and oh my god, this is not good. RCS, please. Come on. We gotta make explosions. Yeah, so this launch didn't go so well. I'm trying to get this craft to turn over. But Naughty Games is set up and basically dealt with all the people, passed along the persistence file to everyone, and made sure that basically everyone got some involvement in all of this. So it's been amazing. So he definitely has his own Let's Play that's going on with Kerbal Space Program. I believe he's looking for the Easter eggs and stuff like that. So, feel free, if you want to go and check out his channel and, show a little support and say hi, whatever you want to do. But definitely thank him for setting all of this up, because it's just been an amazing thing. I have been watching and checking out what everyone else has been doing, and some of it's been pretty good, some of it's been kind of funny. It's been some good stuff. That's all I can say. There is a playlist for anybody who wants to go and watch. If you go under my page or Naughty Games, there is a playlist set up. Under if you go to my main page, it's under my main page where you can see it. It's like the second one down. Otherwise, you can look in my playlists or Naughty Games playlists, and you will see the Kerbal Space Program community build, and you can check all the videos out. Show your support for those people who were involved, and definitely see everything that's been done so far, it's been an amazing thing, and collaborations are always amazing. I am unbelievably happy to be involved with something like this, because of the fact that a lot of the smaller channels do not really get recognized for a lot. And I find that to be kind of a shame, because some channels that are smaller are actually sometimes have better content than the bigger channels. And YouTube politics is one thing I definitely don't want to get into, and I shouldn't really talk about too much in this episode. And for all the people who are not subscribed and stuff like that, I should mention my name is Goosexy. I play this game stock. I have my own Let's Play. You know, I've been doing it now. I'm up to like 180 something episodes, not even counting my tutorials and all that other stuff. But some of it's dated, some of it's not so dated, and I just been having fun with this game. And you know, no mech jeb, no mods, no anything. I've been having way too much fun with this game and designing and doing lots of things. So yeah, my module that I added to the game, or well, I should say added to this station that, you know, I was invited to add a piece to. So we will be visiting the Kerbal Orbital Station here. Now, I believe our next target is Minmus. I don't keep up with the forums, which is kind of the main channel, the main source if you wanted to talk to Nothy Games about doing whatever it is that you want to do. If you want to get in contact with him, you would want to go to the Kerbal Space Program forums, which is another thing I really recommend for those of you who you know, are subscribed to my channel or just new people to the game. A lot of questions and a lot of things that you might have about this game probably have an answer. There's probably some kind of an answer there for you to, you know, if you're experiencing bugs or something, there definitely is probably some kind of help for you out there. So I always recommend anybody who's new to this game to at least check out the forums. I know a lot of people aren't fans of forums. I personally am not a big fan of forums, but it really did help me with a few things, and also I met a few people along the way, so it's always kind of a fun thing to at least try, you know. You can't knock it until you've tried it. That's the way, I guess I always say it, so. But I should jump back to this module, because I was just about to talk about that. I'm just a little curious about my orbit here, and making sure that it gets up to the altitude that I need it at, which I can't really watch from the other view. So my module is basically a bunch of HAB modules, and yeah, so I've decided it's just, it doesn't make any sense with the space station to not have a bunch of HAB modules. Now, I know they're not actually HAB modules, and they're really just hitchhiker storage containers, or whatever you want to call them, but when I think of storage containers, I don't think this is really a storage container. Like, when I think of storage container, I think of something like, oh, I just ate some pasta and I have a little bit left over. I should put this in a storage container. Now, putting a living being inside of a storage container does not sound like a humane thing to do. It's not like, oh, well, my dog has gotten out again. It's time to put him inside of my storage container. That just does not sound right to me. Bring this down, I believe. There we go. So I'm going to be speeding up a little bit of this docking and all that other good stuff. You know, I don't really think you guys need to see all of the orbits and whatever I have to do in order to get there, which probably isn't really going to be much, but, you know, it's not really worth watching all of that, so. But I'll fix my inclination and get back to the storage. I have a little bit of imagination when it comes to playing this game, because obviously everything that's added, you know, there's only so much you can do, and there's only so much that really you can account for in a way that you can say, okay, well, this is going to be a HAB module, or this is going to be this, when, you know, honestly, we all know what it is, but it's you can do a lot with this game. If you're playing stock, there's a lot you can do. It's just you have to have a little bit of an imagination to really do it. So that's the way I see it, at least. I come from an era where playing games was a little bit different. You know, when you're playing an Atari or Nintendo, I should say the Nintendo Entertainment System, NES, you know, blocks and things, you really did kind of have to have a little bit of an imagination while you're playing. So if things didn't exactly look like how they should look, you know, just kind of pretend that it looks like what it looks like. It kind of makes things a little bit easier, but hey, what am I, you know, we live in an era of modern graphics, so. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit, and I'll see you once we're getting really, really close to the station. And we're back, guys. Yeah, so this is looking pretty amazing. Now, the station itself, I have a few gripes about, and I don't mean to say this in a bad way, about anybody who was constructing this, because you guys did a pretty awesome job with the stuff that you added, and a lot of things, a few things that were added also were kind of things that I never thought about before, but they weren't things that I definitely would use on some of my stations, but I really thought they were great ideas. One of them was basically this satellite dish, which I've seen some stuff kind of like that before, but I never really did much with it as far as like trying to build my own, but after seeing it, I think I might end up maybe doing something as far as making some kind of a satellite dish. Still not sure, but you know, for me, when it comes down to playing this game, one of the things I kind of base a lot of my designs on is functionality and overall purpose, and I kind of leave the design portion a little bit, as far as like the aesthetics, I leave that kind of like on the back burner, and I try to make things look nice, but at the same time, I really prefer things that actually work. And I'm not knocking the satellite dish in any kind of way. I think it looks amazing. I really wish they actually had satellite dishes in the game that were a lot bigger. That way, people didn't have to improvise so much as far as creating these massive satellite dishes. Even though I bet you, even if they added them, I guarantee you people would still be making even bigger and more grand looking satellite dish designs and stuff like that, which I don't even, you know, I think would still look awesome. So let's just knock this over a little bit, line everything up. That way I don't have to use the engine so much. I'm trying to conserve a little bit of fuel, and you know, hopefully that works out. So let's see. This thing isn't exactly the most stable design I've built, and yeah, some of the stuff you might be wondering what it's for, at least for those of you who are not subscribed to my channel and really don't know kind of what I do in the game and stuff like that, which I'll kind of explain a little bit later. And, you know, I'm not trying to shamelessly promote my stuff. I really don't like the idea of people doing that, but, you know, I felt like with this game, I should bring a little bit of what I do into what this whole thing is. So, the one thing I gotta thank one of the builders for that I really never thought of, and I'll explain a little bit more, but basically I saw something that I just never thought of in the first place. Like, I have a few different if you look at this thing right here, basically, on my designs for space stations and stuff like that, I end up putting these, I call them kind of like retrofits, and this thing has one on here, a very large to the medium-sized docking port, and I use one that's the medium-sized docking port to the very small, the junior-sized docking port. And so I kind of based my design of this thing on that. And basically what this is a little... Kerbal will be able to sit on here and drive this little thing around. And this was kind of based off a design by one of the people who added something to... I believe the station or something. His name was Cooley. I'm not sure exactly what he added onto. I don't know if it was the fuel depot or the station. I'm still a little bit unclear about that. But then he had one of these things on the moon, and I thought it was kind of a really great idea, but I never really implemented anything like that before and used anything like that before. So I thought it would be a really great addition to the station. That way, you know, you can fly around the station. I mean, that's amazing. You get on this thing and take a ride around the station and check stuff out. So let's see. It looks like we're getting pretty close to docking. I should slow down just a little bit here. It looks like we're not perfectly lined up though, so I should knock this over. And it seems like we're a little bit low too. I don't know. It looks like we're low, but I think we're fine. Yeah, we're off by a lot, actually. Did I set this as... Oh, no, I didn't even set this as a target. That could explain a lot. So, let's see. Alright, yeah, I'm pretty well lined up as it is, so it's not like a big deal. So, just stop it right here, and we'll get this thing docked up shortly. Come on. Shortly is never a really good thing to use, especially in like flights or anything. Like I think I've said this before, but if you guys are fans of like George Carlin or something like that, and he goes over the airline announcements, he talks about one where he's like, basically, okay, we're stopping shortly. Well, that doesn't sound like it's a good thing. You know, that's something you definitely don't want to say while you're flying a plane. So, alright. Is this lined up a little bit? I want this to be a little bit lined up, but I'm kind of OCD about stuff like this, but hey, there's only so much I can do with this hulking craft that I have. So I'm going to transfer out a little bit of fuel, and I'm going to get everything set up, so I'll see you in 1 second. Yeah, so here we go. Let's get this thing going. Let's do our first little flight with this thing. I have been kind of testing this thing out, and the RCS kind of works weird on it. Like, going up and down like I am right now is I and K. To go forward, or go forwards is H, and backwards is N. So that's totally not the normal way of controlling these things. Maybe if I... Okay, you know, and okay, that's... I like this. Now, I've changed it around. It's working now. I didn't ever think of, you know, basically doing that, but changing the control wherever you're controlling it from, basically, I guess, makes it a little bit easier, but, you know, I never really messed around with any of that stuff. So usually when designs don't work out so well, in my case, I usually just kind of blame it on, you know, one of the Kerbals. It's usually the Kerbal's fault. That's why it didn't work. So let's see. There we go. Like, I just recently had a plane crash on the lathe, and yeah, that was... The Kerbal that died was Danny, so it was Danny's fault, put it that way. So we got our satellite dish here. I'm going to show off a few things with the station, and then I got to do some other stuff here. I got a little bit of a treat for some of you guys. I don't really know if I should call it a treat or whatever. I don't know. So we got our solar portion of the station here. Whoa, yeah, whoa, that way, that way, that way. And then this is kind of like a really cool module that this is kind of what I was talking about, but basically this is a manned version of what I use on my space stations. Basically, it's kind of like a transfer module slash, it's a transfer module slash, you know, it retrieves, like say if a craft were to lose RCS fuel or something like this, yeah, something like that, it could kind of reach out and grab it as long as it's not too far away from the station. Good stuff. Good stuff. And then I'll just kind of jump over to the main core of the station. Whoa. Just bring this over here. We shouldn't be running out of fuel or anything. I think we should be pretty good on the whole fuel and electrical charge thing. Just go down, and this was kind of the main core of the station here, which is these cupola modules and this one hab here. Let me just kind of twist this around. Yeah, there we go. It was this main core and these modules and all this other good stuff, and yeah, I think that was kind of a cool idea, and it definitely inspired me a little bit, because with my previous stations, I never really added cupola modules to them because I just never really saw any purpose with them, and I kind of just thought it would be cool to have them. So, you know, thank you guys, because you did inspire me, so I figure I might as well see some inspiration on all of, you know, everyone in the community should be inspiring each other to do new and exciting things. That's the way I always see it. So we didn't attach, I don't think we opened that one, which if we broke it, that's gonna suck. There we go. So we got it open, and I'm going to be decoupling this here. Actually, I'll do a few fuel transfers, but basically I'm gonna leave it here, and I'll see you once we get our treat to where it needs to go. And we're back, guys. Yeah, so I guess, you know, for those of you who are subscribed to my channel, you guys kind of knew from the beginning what was basically about to go down and everything else, but yeah, so I kind of felt like I needed to bring a little bit of my channel to this whole build and just about everything. I really thought this would be a great idea to land one of these and really just kind of show you guys what things I kind of do with my channel, along with just adding something like this to the build, because I feel like this is kind of more along the lines of not just only something for somebody who is new to the game can play, but also like a time capsule in a way, because I'm sure at some point new features and new items will be added to the game, and I will end up seeing this at some point and just kind of laughing about the things that I used to build or do in the game, and just kind of it'll be a little nostalgia. That's all I can say. But I've been having a lot of fun with the game, and I really gotta thank Naughty Games for even inviting me to do this, because I initially did not see the forum post or any of that stuff. I didn't even really get involved very much when it comes down to the forums, but I always do tell people to go and check out the forums, especially if you're new, just to help you out in any kind of way, because most of the time, if you've had problems with this game, or you're looking for mods, or you're looking for something, or you just have general basic kind of questions about the game, there is somebody out there who probably has already asked the exact same question as you. So it's always kind of like anything you've probably done on the internet, or anything you've possibly thought about creating, chances are it's been done in some kind of way, shape, or form, and so it's always good to have a place like that to go to really get an answer on something. At least I think it's great, because I've used it for a while there. I'm not a forum kind of person, so it didn't really stand out too much to me as far as going on there to really look up anything or do anything involved on the forums. And you know, and then you see challenges and things like that, and then you start wanting to get involved and start wanting to do things like this. So But I really definitely extend my thanks out to Naughty Games for inviting me and, you know, getting me involved with this, because I thought it was kind of funny because he mentioned me as like a special guest, and I just don't feel special or, you know, all that other good stuff in the community. But that's a different story and all that other good stuff. But I don't mean to say that in a bad way or anything. But you know, I'm a player just like everyone else, and I've just been playing the game and having a good time, and you know, for everyone else to watch my videos and, you know, everything else, I am more than happy to help people out and really try to extend my thanks towards people, because when I first started, I sucked at the game and I had a lot of questions, and people helped me out. So that's always the way that I see it, is that, you know, it's kind of like a duty to help out other people with, you know, problems in the game and stuff like that. And this isn't one of those kind of games where you can just pick it up and play and then put it down and come back and play again a little bit, and you'll eventually figure stuff out. If you fail, chances are you're gonna keep failing and failing and failing, and I had to learn that stuff the hard way. And you know, just docking took me a month to learn, and I, you know, just overall lots of stuff in this game was relatively hard to learn without, you know, really having anyone to consult about how to play this game and how to do a lot of things. Now I'm kind of being a little bit hesitant towards landing, at least for now. I'm trying to just see where I'm at, and I'm probably going to wait. Once we land, I'm gonna probably wait until we get to the actual dark side, or I mean the light side. Oh my god, this thing is really hard to control, really wobbly. Now I hope everything broke, because that would be amazing, and there's just no debris on the ground. That would be even better. So let's slow down. Wow, this landing stage is actually working out pretty well. Oh, alright. Not well enough, apparently. We're hovering, which is kind of good. I'm not complaining. So, alright, speed up, speed up, speed up. We're getting close to the ground. There we go. Alright, perfect. Looks like we got a perfect touchdown. Nothing got damaged. That's very, very good. So I am going to put the brakes on for right now, and I'm just going to speed this up. Alright, well, get to the light side so we actually can see what we're doing, because yeah, I really don't like operating at the kind of dusk or dawn portions of the game, because it's just overall kind of hard to navigate around and stuff like that. So we gotta choose a little bit of a landing, or I shouldn't say landing site, because it looks like we kind of landed in a crater, sort of. This is like a really, really shallow crater, which is pretty good. I mean, really isn't that bad of a crater, but wow, that is a really awesome looking view too, I should say. Now I think all we have to do is just kind of pull out towards over here and we'll be alright. Now this thing is both a moon base. Ooh, I just hit the landing gear, but luckily we were on time warp there. I was wondering what was going on. So let's pull forward a little bit. Oh, no, that's not forward. This is forward. There we go. This thing is looking amazing, but oh my god, get away from that wreckage. Get away from the wreckage. Hopefully that doesn't screw anything up. Alright, the wheels are alright. Everything's looking alright. I didn't really design this lander very well. I kind of just slapped stuff together real quickly just to get this built. And the rover was something I ended up adding on at the very last minute, which kind of wasn't a good idea, but what can you do? So I'll bring this forward. Let's see. Come on. Can we get a little bit of a better, a more flat surface here? That's all I'm really looking for. A little bit more flat of a surface. This isn't a very good surface to be building on. The incline will cause some problems. So let's let's turn a little bit and head more towards this way. This thing is just like struggling with this huge, oh god, no, 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 nope, 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 nope. Wow, this is actually pretty good right here. I think I might end up stopping here in a second. This isn't that bad of an incline. Just slow down. Oh my god, what am I doing? Slow down. This thing is rocking forward. So one of the major kind of problems that I have with this thing, at least for right now, is when I ended up building this, the one thing I didn't do, and this is kind of something I always do, is I put command modules on both of these, which I didn't do because I just kind of was in the process of building it, and I didn't really think about the consequences of not adding one. But basically, you have no control over any of the functions of the craft if you don't have a command module. So that was kind of a stupid thing to do. So the one thing I'm going to end up doing is deploying a lot of this stuff first, and then afterward, afterward, just kind of setting everything up once everything's kind of deployed and I get everything on the ground, and I have to do a few little maneuvers here in order to get the rover from out underneath of this setup here. So it's going to be a little bit of a tricky process, but I ended up doing it this way because of the fact that I can move around the modules a little bit in order to bring them to where I would need them. And that was kind of a little bit of it wasn't a foreseen design, but it actually worked out in my favor, so I am not against that in any kind of way. Alright, so let's speed up. Come on. Come on, this is going to take a minute. We're actually moving backwards with this rover right now. So, like, the front of it's right here, but oh my god, it's spinning around. Now, this isn't too bad of a surface to build on. I mean, my base is on Minmus, so, you know, with Minmus and everything, it's been, you know, I'm building on the lake bed, so it's like perfectly flat, basically. So, put the brakes on here, and we're just going to decouple all of this stuff. I'm just going to quick save, because there's probably going to be problems. I definitely foresee some kind of a problem. So, let's see. Decouple here. How much RCS do we got? Alright, we're looking good on RCS. I'll turn on the RCS just to make sure that everything stays nice and straight. Let's see. Oh my god, turn off the RCS. There we go. Oh my god, everything's it's freaking out. So, let's see. Bring this towards the center. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. RCS on. That should push us more towards the center. At least sort of. Let's see. There we go. And that should try to keep the craft more centered while we're doing our takeoff here. I'll turn on the engines just so we're getting like a very, very light takeoff. And decouple that there. Alright, it looks like everything's going pretty well. We're kind of scraping against the module here, but that's not that bad. Or the rover, I should say. And we'll put the gear down. There we go. And we just gotta rock it towards some direction. There we go. Perfect. So we'll just bring these engines down so we can start our descent. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Oh god, we're going back towards the rover. Come back that way, back that way, back that way. Go, 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 go. There we go. Alright. Perfect, 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 perfect. These things are so hard to set up, but Once you get it, once you do all the work and get everything done, okay, slow down. There we go. Once you do all the work, it really does pay off in the end. But I gotta basically set up most of these, so I'm gonna speed some of this up, and I'm gonna get them all attached and everything else. That way you can see everything in its glory. So I will see you once this is all set up. And we have finished, guys. That's amazing how well this came together. I did not expect this to come together as well as it did. The main problem that I have encountered already that is somewhat annoying, and I'm a little upset about it, is that basically there's no command module on here, like I said before, so with that, that means that there really isn't any way of basically renaming the module or doing anything really as far as renaming it. At least as far as I know. I don't know how to, if there's a possibility of renaming it. I don't know about it or whatever, but basically it's going to be called that, I guess, at least for now, and not unless if, like, you know, we edit the save file or something along those lines. But yeah, this is kind of like my basic design. This is like a really simplified design for a moon base. I have a lot more extravagant designs with separate solar arrays and you know, separate communication hubs and all that other kind of stuff. And you know, I do put the command modules on here, but I just happened to forget, I guess, or something. I don't remember what, but I overlooked it, and I feel pretty bad. But what I could do is I could take something like this lander over here and then reconnect it and then have some control over it and rename it. So I think I might end up doing that when the episode is done. But anyways, guys, like I said, go and check out the playlist and all that other good stuff if you want to see some of the other creations and things that people have added, and you know, whatever else. definitely, say thanks to Nathi. If you want to get involved, throw him a message. I will have something that will link you to the playlist or link you to him so you can send him a message and to the Kerbal Space Program forums and all that stuff. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. If you like what you see here, subscribe. There's always more to come. To all you new people, welcome. And yeah, I will see you next time.